Hi friends, welcome back to Calm in the Chaos Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Davine and I homeschool 4 kids who are in 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade this year. And today I'm going to give you a look inside Easy Grammar Grade 6. So I got this as part of my Timberdoodle Grade 6 level kit. You can customize, and so I'm not sure if I customized for this. I probably did. I did heavily customized kit. I will link a link to the video, my Timberdoodle grade 6 and 8 kit below if you'd like to see me go through everything that I got from the Timberdoodle. I will also link a link to this product in the description box below as well. So Easy Grammar. We have used Easy Grammar before. We have used Easy Grammar level 4 or grade 4. I have used Easy Grammar Plus. So the reason why I picked up Easy Grammar 6 is I feel like grade 6 is a really good medium level that will work well for my kids, whether or not they are around grade 6 or even a bit older. I think there's going to be a lot of really good information in here. So this was a good one. I think it's just good to have on hand in case I am ever stuck for a grammar program for my kids. Now this is the teacher edition. So you can also get a student edition, which would be half the size of this. This is a very, very thick book. I don't know. It says it has like 700 pages. So very, very thick. So let's just go through and see what is inside of this. All right, so it says that Easy Grammar Grade 6 may be reproduced for the purchaser, for student, non-commercial use only. So permission is not granted for district-wide, school-wide, or system-wide use. So you can use it for your classroom, you can use it for your home, and not for sale, obviously. So here's the table of contents. So if you'd like to take a look at what Easy Grammar goes through, here are the different things that will be covered in this grade 6. And then there's a little bit here, Dear Educator. Okay, so this says, please read, please teach prepositions, verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and pronouns in the order presented in this text. Concepts are introduced, reintroduced, and built upon throughout this text to help create mastery learning. Feel free to teach capitalization, punctuation, and other concepts whenever you choose. To the teacher pages are very important. Please read the entire note. You will be given additional information or strategies for effective teaching. Also, please refer to the answer key on the opposite page from each worksheet before discussing a lesson. Advice and important notes often appear there. As in all good teaching, glean what you will and use what is appropriate for your students' needs and your style of teaching. Okay, so this is an important note. It does teach it in a systematic way. You don't want to just pick and choose. And so it's good to know that these need to be in order, but you can teach capitalization, punctuation, and those concepts as you wish. Okay, so I just want to get here to the pages. So we have an assessment page here. So this is a pre-test and a post-test. So if you want, you can give this to your student to see what they know. I generally don't start with these because my kids actually get quite discouraged when they take tests before they learn things. So, okay. And then we are starting the lessons here. So it does start with prepositions. And so that is a little different from many grammar programs. I know a lot of grammar programs start with nouns, then verbs, but they start with prepositions, and there's actually a really good reason for that. It helps the student break down the sentence so that they're not looking at the whole sentence. They can take out the prepositional phrase and then be stuck with the basic sentence in the future. So that is actually a really great way to learn grammar. So first they want them to memorize all the prepositions. So they have like unscramble the prepositions. Okay, and so here we are. As you can see, this side is the teacher key and this side is the student worksheet. So you can photocopy this, or if you can find a way to cover that up and you can trust your student to write in the book, they can do that as well, and then you can check it later. So the first thing they're doing is learning how to find the prepositional phrases. So they cross out all the prepositional phrases and then they'll be left with the noun and the verb. So it just helps to simplify each sentence. So I think that is a really great way to learn grammar. And it's one of the reasons why it was really helpful for my kids. Now it is a mastery base, so there's going to be a lot of practice, and they do build on each other. So there are a lot of practice pages as you go through. And now they're starting to add in some helping, looks like some helping verbs as they're continuing to find the prepositional phrases. As you can see, it's getting more and more complicated as we go along. Okay, teaching compounds. So with her grandmother and grandfather for lunch and dinner. So prepositions, still focusing on that, but also learning nouns and pronouns and underlining different ways. And then imperative sentences. So the silent U. Okay, preposition or adverb. Learning the difference between a preposition or an adverb. And then here's the review for prepositions. So a bunch of pages there. And then we have more prepositions. Okay, so prepositions goes on for quite a while. And then we get to a preposition test. So here's the preposition test. And then we're going into direct objects. So then we're doing direct objects for a while. And then as you can see, they go into nouns, verbs, subject-verb agreement, linking verbs. And so what I did really like about this is there is a lot of practice. Each page doesn't take a very long time, but there is a lot of practice. So you just keep working on the same things while building upon itself. And then towards the end is more when you start focusing more on things like capitalization, punctuation, things like that. So here's a cumulative review. But I think after that, we're going to have, here we go. So we have some capitalization. We have punctuation, apostrophes, question marks, things like that. Okay. So I have used this several times, not this exact level, but I have used the grade 4 level with one daughter, and I use the Easy Grammar Plus, which is like 7 and up, with another daughter. And as you can see, this is very thick, and it has 700 pages, which means half of that would be 350 pages. So you would have to, in order to complete a whole level in a year, you would have to do a page a day, 350 days of the year. So you're probably not going to do that. However, if you do a school year, like a 180-day school year, so that would be like 2 pages a day, you might need to do about 3 pages a day to complete this. Now, some of the pages will be instruction pages. So even if you got the student workbook, there are going to be instruction pages. So there might be a page like this. And so the student wouldn't be doing something on that page, but they would be reading the page here. And it does give you information as the teacher to teach, but in general, my kids were able to take this and do this on their own. And that is also very important to me when it comes to grammar. One thing I do have to do though is check this regularly, because you don't want them to be getting a whole bunch of things wrong and then just continuing to the next day and the next day without getting things checked, because otherwise they're really not going to learn the correct way to do it. So that is something you do need to do. So it's very independent, but the teacher does need to check work frequently and make sure the student isn't just continuing on with their doing things incorrectly. I also do not try to finish this in 1 year. My kids took at least 2 years to complete a level, I think 2.5 in some cases. I am fine with doing this like 2 or 3 times a week and just doing a page, having them do a page. I don't feel like you have to go through all the different levels. Each level builds on itself, but it's going to be repeating the same basic information, just at a higher level. So if you did one every 2 years, you could easily do like grade 6, and then the next year do grade 8, etc. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Easy Grammar is they have several different kinds of books. This is the Easy Grammar that is more mastery based. So this is actually teaching the concepts in order, in a way that makes sense. They also have Easy Grammar grade 6, and it's more of a daily skills. type of thing. That is one I see a lot in the homeschool circles. So what that is on each day, 180 days of the year, each day they're going to have a page with a little bit of practice from different areas. So there might be 3 or 4 different sections. And so the child is doing a little bit of everything each day, and it's a good way to keep fresh on grammar concepts. My kids don't really like stuff like that. They don't like to have to answer a bunch of different questions in one day. We prefer to do more of the mastery style. So we're focusing on that for many, many days, and we just keep focusing on the same thing. I know some people will do both. So they'll do the lessons and then they'll do the daily review. I feel like that's a lot of grammar. So we just like to do the basic ones, the easy grammar grade level ones, and just those. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. You can put the questions in the comment section below. Let me know, have you used Easy Grammar products? Which ones did you use? What did you think? Did you like it? Are you coming back to it? If you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you to follow along in our homeschooling journey. Thank you so much for coming today, and I hope to see you all in a future video. Bye, everyone.